Hello, Erika. Hello, Juliana. Hi, Mario. How's it going?
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm very well. How about you? How's your mother feeling?
Oh, she is very well, thanks.
Thank God for that.
The chemotherapy isn't too aggressive.
Too aggressive. Chemo.
Aggressive.
Yeah, you can abbreviate, only say chemo. Okay?
Chemo.
Chemo,
Okay.
yes. Chemo. Chemotherapy. Okay? Yes,
Okay.
because sometimes it is very aggressive. My son had also the same problem, and his chemo was very aggressive. His
Yes.
treatment lasted 2 years. Okay.
Oh my God. My mother make or made
Made,
chemo. Made
made.
chemo 11 years ago, and it was very aggressive.
Okay.
And
Now,
she
now,
isn't good. She needed to be internated in the hospital. Then she was very preoccupied,
word.
worried.
Yeah, the word is preoccupied, but that's very difficult. So they only say word. Okay.
Word is simple.
Yes, exactly. But she's okay.
Yes, she's okay.
Thank God for that. Okay. I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
it. Juliana, how are you today?
I'm fine, teacher. Thanks for asking.
Okay. That's my pleasure, okay? I always want to know if you guys are doing okay or not okay. All right, yesterday we were talking about something very important that I would like to continue and probably finish if possible. So let me share my screen and we can start our class, okay?
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So yesterday I stopped exactly here before introducing the third case of conditional, which is the most difficult in my opinion and which poses more problems because as I told you yesterday, it involves 5 verbs in one sentence, understand? But believe me or not, it is very common to use this, okay? Practically almost every day we use it to regret doing or regret not doing things in the past, okay? This is the main idea. And what you need to remember is if you say something in the affirmative, it's because the action is negative. If you say it in the negative, the action is affirmative, okay? So Erika, can you read this introduction for us, please? Number 3,
As the
past.
name past contrary to fact. As the name says, you are talking about
Says.
Yes, I remember Marcia now.
Yeah, okay. As the name says.
As the name says, you are talking about two actions that were not real in the past. It talks about two hypothetical actions in the past. This kind of construction is often used to express regrets for doing or not doing something.
Okay, Erika, just one thing. We say hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Hypothesis, okay? Hypothetical, okay?
Hypothesis and hypothetical.
Yes. Okay. Sometimes when a child is very active, you can say she's hyper, okay? Hyper, okay? It's always hyper, hypothesis, hypothetical, okay?
Okay.
Good. So understand the introduction, understand the definition of the past contrary to fact or no?
Yes.
So the idea is this. Every time you want to say that something happened in the past and in a certain way the consequence of that was not good, and you feel bad because you did something, or you feel bad because you didn't do something, you use this. For example, last night I went to a party, just an example, right? I was home giving class, working, but let's imagine that I went to a party last night and I drank a lot. And on the way back home, I crashed my car and destroyed my car. So today I feel very bad about it for two things. I have a terrible hangover. Hangover is the consequence of drinking too much. Okay, hangover. All right, that's how we say it. Hangover. That's why in Brazil we have a medicine for that is called hangover. Okay, so you can associate. In Portuguese, we don't pronounce the letter H. So in Portuguese, we would say hangover, okay? Or as they say in English, hangover. Hangover would be a little too mineiro, hangover, okay? So they decided to use the name hangov, okay? But hangov is appropriate for a hangover. So as I said, today I have a terrible hangover and I lost my car. So I say, oh gosh, if I hadn't drunk, or if I will not even contract. If I had not drunk so much, I would not have crashed my car. You see, observe that both actions are in the negative. If I had not drunk, I would not have crushed my car. It's not crashed. Yeah, crash. Crush is another thing. Okay, so what is the idea? This is not the idea. This is the hypothetical situation. The idea is I drank like a skunk and destroyed my car. You see? So I feel bad because of that. Understand what I'm trying to explain?
Yes.
Okay? There is a new student, K. Cole. K. Cole. Hello, K. Cole. Is that your name or you have another name? Can you talk to me? Can you listen to me?
Que local? É uma empresa.
Okay, que local. Okay, that's a good name. And what's your name, by the way?
My name is Alzira.
Alzira?
Yes.
Okay, welcome to our class, Alzira. You came in a class that is a very difficult class, but I hope you can understand. If you have any question, just ask me, okay?
Okay.
Good. So understand the example here. As I told you, in order to learn, understand, and use these, you need to memorize this formula here. It's really like a mathematics formula. We have to say if, then we need a subject, if I, if you, if he, if she, if he, if we, if you, if they. It's not important, the subject. Then it is mandatory to use had, okay? Mandatory. That means you cannot omit, because if you omit, it's going to be another case. If I had seen, if I had met, you see, the other verb that you need to use, it has to be in the past participle. Past participle is the third column of the verbs. If the verb is irregular. If the verb is regular, it's just like the second. Like if I had worked more, I would have saved more money. The idea is I didn't work more, so I didn't save money. Okay? And in the second part, you have another subject, and then you have would, could, or might, plus have, plus a verb in the past participle. Okay? So, Juliana, can you read the examples we have here, please? And the definition or the idea. If I had
had money, I would have gone this week. I didn't have money, and so I didn't go campus last weekend.
Okay, yes, here is not this weekend, it's last weekend.
Last.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, you see, if I had money, hello Marcela, I would have gone to campus last weekend.
Hello.
How are you? Good?
Fine. Good. Thanks.
All right. So the idea is I didn't have money, and as a consequence, I didn't go to campus last weekend. Okay? Understand this? I didn't have money, and so I did not go to campus last weekend. Now, if all the Americans or all Canadians or all British people talked like this, that would be a dream. It would be easy for us to understand. But you know what's the problem? They use contractions. So actually, what you're going to listen is something like this. If I'd had money, I'd have gone to campus last weekend. This is actually what you are going to listen a native speaker saying. If I'd had money, I'd have, instead of saying I would have, I'd have gone to campus last weekend. Observe that you have one contraction in the first sentence and double contraction in the second sentence. Okay? Understand this?
Okay. Yes.
So sometimes we get confused because they contract everything. Okay? Alzira, can you read the next example for us, please?
The same example.
Yes, like here. If I had not bought the house,
If I had not bought the house, I would have lost a great investment opportunity.
okay, and this is the sentence. What's the idea? I bought the house.
I bought the house and by doing that was able to make a good investment.
Investment. Okay. Okay, you see, again, if I had not bought the house, it is negative. So the idea is affirmative. It means I bought the house. The second part is affirmative. I would have lost a great investment opportunity. So if this is affirmative, the idea is negative. I would have lost a great investment opportunity. Again, what you would probably hear is if I'd not bought the house, okay, I'd lost a great investment opportunity. Or if I hadn't, oops, not here. If I hadn't, it's also possible to use the negative contraction. If I hadn't bought the house, I'd lost a great, just a moment, because a great investment opportunity. Understand this? Marcela, are you okay with this or no? Alzira, Juliana, Erica, understand the idea?
Yes.
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 The abbreviations are difficult.
It's very, you mean the abbreviations?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not so difficult. Oh, I'd.
Okay,
The other one is I'd. Okay, it's I'd. Okay, it's I would have. Okay. Sometimes, Erica, I'm going to be very honest with you. Like in this example here, you only listen to the Americans or even Canadians or British people saying, well, if I had money, I've gone. You only listen to gone. Like I've gone, but it's not possible to say I gone. So you conclude that it's I would have gone, understand? Because I gone doesn't exist. But sometimes it's very difficult to listen to them saying, even I've, okay? They just say, I've gone, okay? But since it's a very common construction, it's very important to remember, all right?
all right.
Okay, Juliana. Okay, Marcela. Okay, Alzira.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, pay attention to this next part. Marcela, can you read for us this part here, please? Okay? The part
Okay.
that I'm going to highlight for you. Oh.
It is possible to omit if in this kind of sentence, but in this case, you must place the verb in
In front.
Minha tela ficou na frente. In front of the subject. See example. If I had heard my mother, I wouldn't have had the accident last night. Same idea, but
Both sentences. Read the other.
Had I heard my mother, I wouldn't have had the accident last night.
Okay, this is very interesting in my opinion, because this second construction here, although it's not very common nowadays in Portuguese, okay? It's not very common. It was very common in Brazil to use this. So I omit if, observe there is no if, but then I place the had I. This, I don't know if you remember, I think you have to be old like me. Tivesse eu escutado a minha mãe. Do you remember constructions like this or no?
A long time ago.
Yeah, I said it was a long time ago, Erica. That was the first thing I said. Juliana, do you remember this construction?
Yes. With, but without it, it's not common.
Yes, that's what I said. It's not common, but
yes.
It's exactly like we used to say in Portuguese. Oh, se eu não tivesse bebido tanto. Hadn't I drunk so much? Okay? It's not necessary to use if I hadn't drunk. I can omit if and I just place had or hadn't in front. Okay? And it's not a question. Okay? It's just a normal affirmative statement. Okay? Tivesse eu ficado em casa, had I stayed home, I wouldn't have caught the COVID-19. But I didn't stay home, so I caught the COVID-19. Just an example. Okay? Understand this?
Yes.
Okay, Marcela?
Okay, teacher.
Maybe Marcela never heard. Tivesse eu escutado a minha mãe, because she's very young. Okay? All right.
Right.
Okay, let's go to the next part then. Oh, the verb wish. Wish. Do you remember the definition of wish, Marcela? Remember, everybody remembers what is wish?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Wish can also express the same hypothetical idea. This kind of sentence is also used to express regrets. But observe the construction now. In the second example, we had one construction using wish. If I were, if I had, if I like it, I wish I had, I wish I like it, I wish I were. Here, we are going to have the same construction. We are going to use I, the subject, okay, I, then we use the verb wish, then we use I again, I wish I had, and then we need to use another verb in the past participle, like stayed, I wish I had stayed home last night. The idea is I didn't stay, and something bad happened as a consequence. Okay? I got in a fight, I was assaulted, I crashed my car, okay? So I wish I had stayed home last night. Or if we use it in the negative, like I wish I hadn't drunk so much last night. I drank, I crashed my car, the insurance is not going to pay, so I am in trouble now. The idea is I drank like a skunk. This is an idiomatic expression, okay? To drink like a skunk means to drink very much. I drank like a skunk and I had a car accident. Okay?
Okay.
Sometimes a student is going to do a test and he or she doesn't study very hard. He or she just pretends to study. And then the exam is difficult. At the end of the exam, you can listen to many students saying, "Oh, I wish I had studied harder for the test." Okay, I wish I had studied harder for the test. The idea is I did not study hard, and as a consequence, I did a bad test. Okay?
Okay.
Can you read the other examples, Erika? He wishes
he hadn't drunk so much last night. The truth is he drank like a skunk and the police caught him. She wishes she had married her first boyfriend, but she did not, and now she's not happy with her present husband.
Okay, good. Understand this? Any example? Can you give me any example using this? Using I wish I had or I wish I hadn't done something yesterday, last weekend, I don't know. Any example, just to practice. Can you give me?
I wish I had learned the English when I was a child.
Child, very good. It's much easier, okay? I have two sons, boys.
Yeah.
And they grew up with me in the United States. By the age of 1 year, they could speak both Portuguese and English. Understand? It's much, much easier, okay?
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's much easier. And it was very funny because they would switch from Portuguese to English, English to Portuguese, because my wife only spoke to them in Portuguese. I and everybody else only spoke to them in English, understand? So many times we were walking on the street, they would talk to my wife in Portuguese, and they would talk to me in English. Portuguese, English, Portuguese, English. And people that were passing by were like, what? What's the matter with the boy? He's an automatic translator? No, it was very funny. Huh?
And to learn to write, they have difficulties.
Nah, not really, because when they went to school, okay, they learned to write in Portuguese and in English. Portuguese, my wife always helped. In English, they learned to write normally. Understand?
Okay.
But the funny part was speaking. Okay? Yes, because sometimes, for example, my wife, he would tell my wife in Portuguese, "Mommy, I'm hungry. Let's have breakfast." And my wife would reply to them in Portuguese, "Okay, go ask your father what he wants to have for breakfast." They would look at me and say, "Daddy, what do you want to have for breakfast?"
In English.
In English. I would say, "Well, I'll just have coffee today." They would look at the mother and say, "Só café." Okay? They translated automatically. It was very funny. Okay, very funny. Okay? And they never forgot. That's the interesting part. Okay? All right. Just to wrap up this class, just to finish the idea, this is a very important sentence. Can you read this for me, Juliana?
All these examples were not real the past. If you say something in the affirmative, the idea is negative. And if you say in the negative, the idea is affirmative. Always the opposite of what you say.
This is what you have to remember. So, Erica gave me a good example. She said, "I wish I had learned to speak English when I was a child." That was a beautiful example. Juliana, Alzira, Marcela, do you think you can give me your own example? I can even write here to help you. Oh, I will help you. I wish, okay, I'm helping. I wish, okay. Oh. Julie, oh, come on, what's happening? I hated this. I'm writing here. Why don't you want to write here? Okay, he wants to write here, so I will write here. I wish. Okay, Juliana, I helped you. Can you tell me the rest?
I wish I had dancing.
I had
Dance.
danced.
Yes.
Only this?
No, I wish I had danced on the last weekend.
Ah, okay. I will change. I wish I had gone dancing.
Oh, okay.
That's better because we say go dancing, go shopping, go skiing, go swimming. Okay, so I wish I had gone dancing last weekend.
Yes.
But good you didn't go. Alzira, I'm going to help you all. I wish. Can you give me the rest? If you want, I can help you more. I wish I had. Now you complete. The same for Marcelo. I wish I had. You complete the rest for me if you want to make a negative or affirmative. Can you give me an example?
I had, I wish I had gone cycle.
I wish I had gone biking.
Bike.
When?
Saturday.
On Saturday or last Saturday. Okay, good. Erica, no. Erica already gave me a good example. Marcela, it's your turn.
All right, teacher. I wish I had have.
I wish I had.
I wish I have had my boyfriend here with me today.
Ah, okay.
Pode?
No, no.
No.
Of course, it's possible to have your boyfriend with you there today. But this is in the past. So it's not possible to be today. I wish I had, for example, I wish I had, I'll help you.
Yesterday.
Okay, I wish. So let's change a little bit. I wish Vitor had visited me, for example, yesterday. Okay? You don't have to say, I wish I. You can say, I wish he. Understand?
Okay.
Or,
Yeah.
I wish Vitor had cooked dinner for me yesterday, so I would not have eaten noodles again.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
You see? So you can say, I wish, and then the other subject can be anything. It doesn't have to be I wish I. Okay? I think there are songs, I don't know, I remember. I wish you were here. No? I wish you were here. I think there's a song like this. Understand? Okay, any question about these or no?
No.
Okay. Let's try to do some exercise to see if you understand. Complete the following sentences with the correct form of the given verbs. Observe that I'm going to tell you to use the verb to buy. But of course, you're not only going to use the verb to buy. If you look in the second part of the sentence, it's if they like it. If they like it, it's the first conditional, the number one. So if I go back to number one, if plus subject plus verb in the simple present, and then I need subject plus can, will, or may, plus a verb in the base form. I am only giving you the verb in the base form, but you need to use can, will, or may. If the verb is in the past, you need to use could, would, or might. If the verb is in the past participle, you need to use could have, would have, then it's complicated, okay? But let's look at the number 1. Oh. They to buy the house if they like it. So what's the correct completion here? There are 3 possibilities. I accept any of them.
They will buy the house if they like it.
They will buy. It's also possible they can buy, or they may buy. Any of these is correct. Understand? If they like it, that's the condition. All right?
All right.
The second one is if I to see Mary at the party, I would have said, well, I would have said hello to her. This is the third conditional. The third conditional. So here I have to use 2 verbs. What is the answer here? Juliana or Alzira or Marcela or even Erica?
Had seen.
Thank you, Juliana. If I had seen Mary at the party, I would, bless you,
Thank you.
I would have said hello to her, but I didn't see her, so I didn't say hello to her. Okay? Number 3, they could come to the party if they to be invited. Oh,
Teacher.
Yes.
Tô com dúvida na segunda.
Adult.
Tá. Por que ficou no particípio, sim? Como que eu sei que tá no particípio?
Oh, you have to look at this part. You see, the part that is completed will give you the answer. I would have said, okay?
Ok, o said é tanto o passado, tanto o particípio, ele é said.
Yes, it's irregular. Say,
Yes.
said. But see, the verb to see is see, past tense, saw, past participle, seen. It's
Isso.
irregular.
Por que não é só?
Because look here. Look at the formula here, Erica. Oh, oops, not here. Myself. Look here. If plus subject plus had plus a verb in the past participle. Saw is not in the past participle. It's mandatory to use had plus a verb in the past participle. When in the other part, you have would, could, or might. Okay?
Okay, understand.
So here, the idea is, for example, if I had seen Mary at the party, se eu tivesse visto a Mary na festa, eu teria dito oi para ela. Se eu tivesse visto. But what's the idea? I didn't see, so I didn't say hello. Okay?
Yes, understand, thanks. Okay.
But number 3 is not the third conditional. Number 3 is the second conditional because they could come. Come is the base form. So if they were, I have to use here a verb in the simple past. What's the simple past of the verb to be?
Were.
Yes, if they were invited. Okay?
Okay.
Now, number 4. If she like him, she would have married him. She would have married him. You see, Marcela, again, it's the third conditional. So I have to use if she had plus the past participle of like, but like is regular. So the past participle is the same of the simple past. So what's the answer to number 4?
Had liked it.
Like it.
If she had liked. Se ela tivesse gostado dele, ela teria se casado com ele. But she didn't like him, so she didn't marry him. Okay?
Okay.
Marcela, this is not simple, as I said at the beginning. This is complicated. You really need to study, okay? It's like mathematics or physics. You have a formula and you memorize. And then when you look, for me, I memorized a long time ago and I never forgot the formula. So I look here and I know what to use. But number 5, both parts are incomplete. So the best completion here would be the first conditional. When I to call you. When I arrive. And the second part, Erica.
I will call you.
I will call you. Okay? Every time my children are going to travel, I ask them, please call me, bless you. Please call me when you arrive there. Okay, Dad, when I arrive, I'll call you. Okay?
Okay.
What about number 6? Number 6. Observe, let me help you a little bit more. Here we need to use 2 verbs. Negative, be, and rain. We could go out. Negative, be, and rain. We could go out.
This is the exception.
Exactly. This is the exception. This is the second conditional, the exception. Who wants to try? Alzira, would you like to answer this? Juliana, Erica, Marcela?
If it weren't raining.
Pronunciation, Erica.
Weren't raining.
If it weren't raining, we could go out. Right? This, I told you, it's one of the greatest grammar exceptions in English. It's here. Note, in this case, we have one of the biggest exceptions to the use of the past tense of the verb to be. If the verb in the if clause is the verb to be, we should only use the form were for all the persons. If I were, if you were, if he were, if she were, if it weren't, if we were, if you were, if they were. This is horrible because if you're doing a test, as many students do, they memorize verb to be. In the present, I am. In the past, I was. And then they are going to do a test. They have their if I, alternative A, was. 99% respond A, if I was. But B, if I were. That's the correct. Okay? You need to memorize that when you say if I were, is a hypothetical situation. It's not a real situation. So we use were for all the persons. If I were you, okay? So if it weren't raining, you see, even the computer, can you see that put here as it's wrong?
The
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, no, maybe it's because of the apostrophe. Yes, now it's correct, okay? So number 7, she won't mind, will not. She won't mind if you, her telephone. It's the first conditional. She won't mind if you, her telephone.
Use.
Use.
If you, yes, if you use.
Use.
Simple. She won't mind if you use her phone.
Teacher,
Number, yes.
In the exercise number 6,
Uh-huh.
what's the rules to put ing, raining?
Because it's not possible to use be plus another verb if the verb is not in the ing. Understand? So
Okay.
the idea is, if it weren't raining, se não estivesse chovendo, we could go out. A gente poderia sair. But it's raining, so we cannot go out. Okay?
Okay, never, or just for raining, clouds.
No. It's
Maybe-
here, it's,
Many verbs.
with all the verbs, not only raining, okay? This is the present continuous. If you want only to make you more, I can even write here. It's not necessary because of situation. Now, okay? Like if it weren't raining now, we could go out. But it's raining, so we cannot go out, okay?
Okay.
Every time I use verb to be and another verb, there are only two situations. The other verb is in the ing. That's called the present continuous. I'm working, we are studying, you're listening to me, we are studying the conditional sentences. Or in the passive voice, we use the verb to be and another verb in the past participle, like this computer was made in Japan. This cell phone was made in China. Understand? This water was made in Italy. Okay? So this is passive voice. All right?
Okay, thank you. I don't remember.
No problem. Okay, we have to finish. One more and we are going to finish. Oh, they would visit. They'd visit him if I have to complete, they would visit. So this is the second conditional. Second conditional. They would visit him if his address. How can I complete this? Had. It's conditional. They would if they had. Okay? We have to stop here. Alzira, if you want the material for this class, you can get the material for free. You don't have to pay in our website. Okay? Just go there. You look for the lesson 47 or 48. And you download the material in your computer, okay? And if you want to watch more classes, you can watch at YouTube, okay? All the classes are recorded and they are sent to YouTube, all right? Thank you very much for watching my class. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a fantastic weekend. I will see you again on Monday at the same time, all right? Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Thank you.
Teacher.
Bye-bye now. Bye, Marcel.
Teacher,
Yes.
I was looking the material on website for the next class. Maybe, I don't know, maybe change the material because the advanced and intermediate. I don't know if you can check.
Well, usually they upload all the materials. The next class is there. For the basic is who versus whom. Okay?
Yes.
It's in the website.
Okay. Yes.
Okay? The problem is that sometimes we don't finish a lesson and then we don't start a new material. All right?
All right. But this
like,
class, it's okay. It's the basic. But the next class may be changed because the topic is advanced and intermediate. You understand?
Not really, but I send all classes to the IT guys, and they upload every time I send them the classes. So I believe the material is there, okay? The material for the intermediate is parallel structuring, and the material for the advanced is 50 common grammar mistakes, okay? I think they are already in the website, okay? Check it there. If they are not there, you can send an email to Descubra o Mundo and they will probably upload for you, okay? I'm not the one that uploads the material, all right?
Okay, maybe the Descubra o Mundo changed the material. But
No, it's not possible. I prepared the material and they only upload for me, okay?
Okay, could you speak in Portuguese?
Okay, if you want, class finished.
Eu entrei no site do Descubra o Mundo, eu estou acompanhando o material por lá, tanto é que eu fico vendo a sua aula pelo meu celular e estou com o material aberto aqui no notebook. Dessa aula do nível básico, perfeito. Mas eu fui olhar a próxima aula, hoje, no início, e aí está dizendo que é do nível avançado, então talvez seja errada a aula da próxima aula, entendeu? Nível básico. Tá
o básico está escrito que é avançado?
É, exato.
Okay. I'll check.
O uso do U-N, não sei nem como é que fala isso.
Mas...
H-O-N, isso é no básico?
Isso é básico. Às vezes eles... Só o tópico... Não. Essa é a aula do básico.
Focado, ok. Então tá bom, era só isso que eu queria avisar.
No problem. Okay, bye-bye then. Have a nice weekend.
Bye-bye, thank you.